Hey, what's up, STMA High School? Hope you guys are doing well. I'll say the Armor Talk videos have a goal of really preparing you for your next steps through giving leadership skills that can be applicable. And so when we talk to these individuals who are leaders in their businesses or leaders in their organizations, it's really important that we get their perspective on how leadership has impacted their role and influenced those that surround them. And so I'm hopeful that this is a way that can prepare you as you move on to your next steps, because we want leaders that graduate from STMA High School. Armor up, STMA. All right, STMA High School, welcome to another episode of Armor Talk. Today we're joined by Mr. Nick Shultz. He is the president of Community Development Bank here in STMA. He's got some kids in the schools here at STMA and wanted to put him in front of you to talk about leadership here today. Mr. Shultz, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, talk a little bit about where you grew up.
So I was born in Kansas City, Kansas, and then moved to Long Lake, Minnesota, just to the west of Wayzata when I was 12. As the president and CEO of the bank, a large part of what I do is to develop our future plans for the organization, and then develop the staff to help meet those plans. And so I'm constantly looking at 3 to 5 years into the future about what we want the bank to be, and then trying to get staff and technology and processes up to speed so we can meet those goals. Probably my first exposure to leadership as a concept was through youth activities. Specifically for me, it was through athletics and Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. And so I would say that the folks that really kind of introduced me to the subject and put me on that path would have been youth coaches and then also scout leaders. And then professionally, Paul Ederer, who used to be the president of the bank, has been a tremendous mentor for me, has been and continues to be a tremendous mentor for me, somebody who you can sit down with, share a little bit of trouble that you're going through, and get a little bit of advice. And he was the person that was most instrumental, I think, in helping me develop my style as a leader. He really genuinely cared about everybody that he worked with, and you never left his office feeling like you were only as good as what you had done lately. And it was just a wonderful environment to kind of grow as a leader and with him. I would say one of the things that you can boil leadership down into is getting things done through others. And when you need to do that, there has to be mutual respect and a connection between two people. Generally, if you want it to be a long-term relationship or to have optimal results, folks have to understand that they each care about each other and then care about that mutual result as well. And so making those connections with people it's like step one in getting all the other stuff done. I would say in most organizations, what you see is without connection or communication, they're just kind of adrift. And if they do succeed, it's by accident or by luck. Whereas what we've tried to do here is establish what we call a culture of connection, where somebody who is working at the teller line or somebody who is working in IT, they have just as much access to me as somebody else who's working directly with me on a project. And so when we try to network our organization, is what we say, getting people to the right person to get them help, or getting people to the right person that has an answer regarding something technical, that's where that connection with each other comes in. When I was a young leader, I was terrible at it. You make mistakes, and the biggest mistake you can make is not communicating expectation or communicating the importance of something and having that connection with somebody who's going to get something done. If you haven't told them how important something is, they may not treat it with that importance. And so it comes down to really having that open dialogue about what the need is, when you need it by, and how perfect does it need to be when it comes back. And so as a young leader, you learn that you should communicate probably a little bit more than what you might have.
Excellent. I'm going to shoot 3 faves at you in 15 seconds. Here we go. If you're going to listen to a musician, who is it?
Bob Marley.
Favorite place you have visited?
I'm going to say, for different reasons, it's a tie between Grand Cayman and Freiburg, Germany.
Tell me a little bit about your favorite food.
All right, so it's seasonal for me, and since it's fall, it's going to be chili. I do love chili in the fall. Armor up, STMA.